No, no me toca, no me toca. What the fuck is this shit? Hey, chinga tu madre, hijo de puta. Fucking idiot, man. No, I'll beat your ass on camera, man. We're back, baby. Here we go. Alright, I'm gonna tell you guys this one time and one time only. The following events that I'm about to discuss right now is not something I'm proud of. It's not something I want to glorify, and it's dumb as hell and it's stupid, alright? But I'm not about to spend this whole video repeating the fact that I regret what happened. I just want to make that clear. Now we got that out of the way, let's get into it. I am injured. I currently have a torn rotator cuff. So the rear part of my rotator cuff has at least a small tear in it. Rotator cuff consists of 4 different muscles surrounding your shoulder, and I am now officially relegated to working around it. You know, just resting and not going to the gym is not an option. We're gonna get it out the mud, stay down till you motherfucking come up. I hate to say it, but anytime I got injured, anytime I suffer setbacks in a weird, toxic, messed up way, it's kind of like coming home. It feels comfortable, it feels relatable, because that's how it felt when I was hitting the gym in between kino sessions, getting it in. We've been on this, and you should know I've been on this. So, how did this occur? Here we go. 10 days ago, I had 2 friends from Belgium visiting me in Mexico. They do this every year for the past 3 years. This was the 3rd time they visited me. Shout out to the homies. They like to come see what's good down here in Mexico. And since their first 2 visits consisted only of Mexico City, I decided it was a good idea to branch out. So on this trip, I decided to take them to the wonderful state of Oaxaca. By the way, little pro tip, if you're planning on doing something outside of Mexico City, don't go to lame-ass Cancun, don't go to Tulum, you need to go to Oaxaca. Oaxaca is where it's at, okay? You write that O-A-X-O-C-A, something like that. Anyway, Oaxaca has 2 things that you should really do. It has more, but like, keeping it simple. It basically has Oaxaca City, which is the capital of the state, which is this amazing city with the best food in the world. Honestly, on a culinary level, I feel like Oaxaca is where people think Mexico City is, meaning they always talk about Mexico City being this culinary hub. I low-key feel like Mexico City is actually overrated when it comes to food, and Oaxaca City actually has that crazy good food that Mexico City doesn't always have, in my opinion. Anywho, so you have the city, and then you also have Puerto Escondido. I don't know why I said it like that, that sounded horrible, but Puerto Escondido, it means the hidden port, is like this hippie, dreamy, expat surfers town beach. It was one of the only places during COVID that did not get shut down, so needless to say, a lot of people went there for COVID during the lockdown to still be able to live and be out and about. It is by the Pacific, if I'm not mistaken, and it's like 30 degrees every day, tropical climate, hot as hell, humid, and it's just pretty amazing. Like, that's where you go when you wanna just fuck it. This is not a travel channel. Puerto Escondido, just go. Beach life, surfer little village, amazing. And so I took my buddies there because here's the thing. As you guys know, I don't like to drink. I'm not a drinker. I don't like what alcohol does to my body. I don't like what alcohol does to my soul, my spirit. I don't like who I become when I drink. So I don't like to drink, as you guys know. Also, it's just hard to like drink and be a shredded demigod. It's just not really possible. But my buddies, being classic Belgian dudes, are basically functioning alcoholics. Don't worry guys, they don't watch the channel, so they're not going to hear me talking shit about them. They're not actually alcoholics, it's just they drink a lot. They drink all the time and they think it's normal to drink every day, especially when you're on vacation. So I know that. As you guys know, I've been cutting for like 2.5 months now. Last thing I'm trying to do is mess up this cut, drinking a bunch of empty calories, you know, drinking a bunch of beers. So I killed 2 birds with 1 stone by making sure we had a very wholesome schedule, a very filled itinerary. Every day we were doing stuff. We rented quads, like an ATV, we rented motorbikes, we were going to other nearby towns like Mazunte. Long story short, we were out and a motherfucking bout every single day. So by the time 11 p.m. rolled around and we got back to the Airbnb, we were all exhausted and ready to sleep. So I say all that to say, we did not party basically the whole week, right? Alright, cool. So then, after 3 nights of Puerto Escondido, we went to Oaxaca City. And because we are on a budget, I signed us up for a hostel, save money. And also because the hostels in general in Oaxaca are really good. No me toca, no me toca. What the fuck is this shit? Hey, chinga tu madre, hijo de puta. Fucking idiot, man. Bro, I'll beat your ass on camera, man. Fucking homeless motherfucker. God damn. Anyway. Fuck. Bro. That's Mexican City for you, man. Motherfucker, he sicked his dog on me. Trying to get me bit. Anyway. The hostel I was about to recommend before this homeless motherfucker started groping me is called Casa Angel in Oaxaca. It's an amazing hostel and I highly recommend it. So we get to the hostel, right? It's Friday night, and as we're signing in at reception, we see there's a pub crawl, a bar crawl. So we're like, hi, we didn't drink all week, we haven't been partying. At this point, the boys were a little bit antsy. They wanted to, you know, hit the nightlife, so we signed up. We signed up for the pub crawl. Dun dun dun. And here's my issue. Every single time when I hype myself up for a big night, specifically in the context of a drinking night, it's a problem. It's not good. Because it's like I build it up in my head and I almost look at it like, because like everything I do, guys, it's hard for me to do things in moderation. Either I smoke or I don't smoke at all. Like I smoke daily or I don't smoke ever. Either I can't half-ass the gym. I gotta train like I'm Mr. Olympia. Like YouTube. Either I post every 2 days or I don't post for a month. Like, you guys know me, I'm kind of extreme. So the same with drinking. Either I don't do it, which is 99.9% of the time, or I go hard as hell. So we got plastered. We got really drunk. It was happy hour at the hostel. They were serving mezcalitas, which is like mezcal, which is like tequila, in a cocktail form. I was handling mezcalitas, chugging coronas, and we went to the first bar. So we get to the first bar. I'm already good. I'm already on my way. Nothing's wrong. We're good. Cool. Get to the second bar. Second bar, there's one of those boxing ball machines. You know what I mean? It's like the boxing ball, you gotta like... So at this point, your boy was already wilding. So I decided to give the whole bar a lucha libre show. Lucha libre is Mexican wrestling. It's like WWE, but Mexican. But it's all about, it's like a show. It's like gladiators. It's like it's wrestling / theater. So there's a lot of like engaging with the audience, a lot of hyping people up, a lot of showmanship. So I had actually seen 2 lucha libre shows in the 2 weeks leading up to that because I had been hosting a lot of people. So I had the whole lucha routine down. So I'm in my white linen pants. I had on a nice shirt, but beneath that, I had a white tank top. So at this point, the shirt was already long gone. I was in all white, flexing the guns, and about to go and hand her the boxing ball, right? So the first time I try to punch it, I graze the boxing ball. I don't hit it right, and the whole bar is making fun of me. They're like, ah! Look at this big for nothing motherfucker, ah! So I'm like doing this, I'm like, ah, fuck you, watch this, give me another go. I spilled some dude's drink in the process, like by pulling back my arm. Anyway, second attempt, I hit that motherfucker with Druth power, Druth strength. Boom. Whole bar goes crazy, and they actually end up breaking the literal record. It has like a record on the machine, and I broke that record, right? So the bar lady comes out. She gives me 5 coronas because I won. I didn't even know that was a thing. I was just trying to like flex and, you know, be a badass motherfucker. But so I broke the record. I win 5 coronas. I'm celebrating to the crowd. I'm like, ah, literally. It was quite funny. And at this point, my confidence is over the moon. Like, you could literally give somebody a bunch of cocaine, and their self-esteem and confidence would have still been below 9 at this point. Like at this point in time, I think I'm a literal god. Alcohol, testosterone fueled, and I'm just like, fuck it, we're back to my old ways. In Mexico City, like trying to escape noise is like, it's impossible because there's just noise everywhere, so it's incredible. And somehow I manage to not let it get to me. Anywho, we get to the final stop, right? Everybody's high-fiving me in the bar. They're like, oh, Lorenz, you're the man. I'm signing autographs. We get to the club. Final stop of the crawl. You guys know I don't like authority. I don't do well with authority. I don't do well with clubs. I hate clubs. I've talked about this a million times. I don't do clubs because I know me and clubs does not work well together. Not good with clubs. So we get to the club. I'm wasted. Confidence is not peaking. Confidence is, you know, out the stratosphere. And at some point we're in the club, and hola, tiene miedo. And there's like a VIP section in the club, and for some reason, I mean, let's be honest, I felt like Marcus Aurelius in Gladiator, right? I'm like, bro, if anyone deserves to be a VIP, it's me and the people's champ. So I remember that I like tried to get in, and the guy with the little red cord wouldn't let me get in. He's like making me wait, and I did wait a little bit, but I guess I got impatient. Long story short, I end up getting into an altercation with the security guy from VIP. Dumb as hell, I know. Next thing I know, I'm getting tackled to the floor. 7 dudes, and it's not 3, it's not 4, it's 7 motherfuckers on top of me, right? So they tackled me to the floor. One's got me in a chokehold, and he's on my back. I still stand up. I squat the motherfucker. I stand up with this dude like choking me out, and I'm swinging, right? But needless to say, I wasn't gonna make it out. I wasn't gonna make it out of that one. I got 2 other dudes on the side of me. They put my arms in an arm bar. So what they did is they put my arm behind my back, but they pulled so hard that my rotator cuff tore. All while giving me body shots. They're beating me up. They're not hitting my face though. I gotta give them props. They're giving me body shots. So I'm getting beat up, choked out, and my arm is being put in an arm bar, behind my back. My shirt got torn clean off my body, so I'm like topless. And yeah, I got dragged out the club. They let me go outside the club, and I'm raging. I'm completely like seeing red. I try to get back into the club to fight him. Like, so they're all there, like I'm standing in the entrance of the club, all the security guards are standing in the club, and I'm saying anything I can, like, fucking bitches, pussies, come out to fight, come fight me fair, like head on, like face up. Stupid as hell. They're not coming out, luckily for me. So I'm like, okay, if you're not gonna come out, I'm gonna start destroying everything in front of the club. So I'm literally, I'm beating up walls, I'm kicking trash cans, I'm like, anything I can get my hands on, I'm trying to wreck, right? Trying to bait them to come out of the club so I can fight them on the street. Little did I know, they called the cops on my ass. And it's like, it's not the real cops, it's like the narco cops. It's kind of like unofficial cops, like you can tell. And so, when they showed up, that's when I finally realized I messed up. And I tried to run. It was too late. Like, just picture like a goddamn big pale gringo giraffe, shirt torn off, like dreadlocks, white linen pants, but like trying to skedaddle out of there. So they catch my ass. I got weed on me, right? So I did the old trick. I'll give you guys some game. If you get searched and you got something on you, just do the old put it in your hand. You put it in your hand, and for some reason, a lot of cops are dumb as hell and they don't check your hands. They search your whole body, but they don't check your hands, so you just keep it in your fist, and then they don't find it. So they're patting you down. They don't find anything, but they're like, we heard you were like fighting, we're gonna like take you in, so you gotta, we're gonna take you to jail, or you gotta pay us 8,000 pesos. That's $400. And that's when I got laser focused, like, fuck, I'm screwed, and I locked in. So I pulled out my fluent Spanish, goddamn, nipple showing, and I was like, look, you guys don't get it, I'm the victim. I was talking to this girl, and this guy got jealous, and they just jumped me out of nowhere, and I just fabricated this whole story. I'm like, look at me, I'm beat up, my shirt is torn off, like you guys should be arresting them. I pulled out my Mexican ID. I'm like, look, I'm not a tourist. I'm like living here. I'm one of you guys, and I'm just like, I'm not letting up. I'm just hitting them with Spanish, and like, you know, I could see there was like a crack. I could see an opening there. I could see they were like at least listening. So I'm like, I gotta like go all in. And like they beat me up, like da. I want to file a complaint against them. Like, let me go, and then they fucking let me go. Like, I really believe it was the Spanish and the conviction of my story that saved my ass. And as soon as I saw them like let me go, and they were kind of like, I was like, look, I'm just gonna go home. I'll leave it at that. So you guys have no more trouble. And before they could even like kind of like agree, I was just fucking got out of there, and I ran straight to the hospital like a drunk mess. Next morning I wake up, I couldn't even lift my arm. So that's 10 days ago. Now, like, I've been stretching, I've been like doing rehab. I can do this. This hurts like a motherfucker, and it's really bad. And it's gonna be quite some time before it heals. But the moral of the motherfucking story is, don't drink. Don't drink. Don't get drunk on mezcal. Don't get drunk in Mexico and crash out. Like, guys, if you play back this scenario 50 times or 100 times, this scenario in which I did not somehow miraculously get punched in my face on my scar, like, this is literally like, I got so lucky. And I actually believe, I'm not trying to be funny, there's like somebody watching over me that I'm like, that's protecting me, you know, and that there's like some entity guarding my safety, because I could have been stabbed, I could have been like beaten to a pulp, I could have been arrested, I could have been fined like crazy. None of that happened. Somehow I was able to walk away with just a bad shoulder injury, but like, you know, pay it to the game. You gotta like, that's nothing compared to all of the bad scenarios that could have happened. So I've just been really like pondering on it. I've really been processing. There's a demon inside of me. There's an ego-fueled demon. There's something inside of me, a monster that is just in pain and in agony. And every now and then, every couple of years, he comes out in the worst way, and this is what happens. And I just I want this to stop. I don't want that side of me to ever come out. For the most part, I do a good job, but every now and then, I get careless. It's like the guard falls asleep, and I allow that demon to come out and jeopardize my happiness, jeopardize my reality, jeopardize my health. And I really hope that this time around I'll learn my goddamn lesson and I can stop being an idiot. But yeah, I take full responsibility, but I could also just not talk about this and not share this with you guys. But I've always been about full transparency, and yeah, I felt the need to share this with you guys, to let you guys know that even at 37, having gone through all these trials and tribulations, I'm still very flawed. I'm still doing dumb shit, but hey, what matters is what I take from it. The hardest lessons, the most valuable lessons, are always the most expensive lessons, and they're expensive in terms of pain, in terms of how they impact you. And so this has caused me a lot of pain, this has caused me a lot of embarrassment, this has caused me a lot of agony, but it's about time that I learn my lesson. And that's kind of like what I'm trying to take from this. So I'll make other videos down the line talking more about like what I'm taking from this, but I just wanted to give you guys like a little update on what's been happening. But you know what it is, stay down till you come up. We're still out here, we're still getting it, and no matter what, I'm always gonna love myself. I'm always gonna like not be too hard on myself, and just like understand that people make mistakes, people mess up, but it's how we react. That's what defines us. How we react to our mistakes, owning up to them, and learning from them, moving forward. So that's what I'm trying to do. Anywho guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm about to go do some groceries and keep this thing going, man. One day at a time. At least we're still alive. Peace out.